In today's Straight from the Street, we continue our look at the growing gap between the rich and poor here in China. Today, we're asking people if they think the income gap between rich and poor is becoming a serious problem in China.
It's a serious problem that is hard to solve. I'm from a rural area, so I have a good understanding of the gap between countryside and cities, especially when talking about the equality of educational opportunities.
I just saw the news on the internet saying that the government is going to adjust income levels, raising the level for people on low incomes. I think it's a good policy. This polarization is becoming very severe. The government should give more support, especially on issues concerning agriculture, the countryside, and the farmers. Then there is the issue of migrant workers. That's a problem that has developed from an economic problem into a social problem.
This problem is unavoidable for developing countries. The government is making efforts step by step. Farmers are now paying less tax. This is an important step. In some places, farmers get endowment insurance. In big cities like Beijing and Shanghai, healthcare is better than places where the economy is worse.
Well, time now for the question of the day. Today it comes from Trevor in Queens. He saw our story on U.S. President Barack Obama's upcoming visit to China in November, and he's asking, where do heads of state stay when they visit China?
Well, most heads of state, or dignitaries at least, stay at a very famous building here in Beijing. It's called the Dignitaries Guest House, or State Guest House. It's a very high-profile building, and was actually what once considered one of the top 10 most important buildings when it was built back in 1959. As for U.S. dignitaries, after some research, we found out that most of them actually stay at the Westin Hotel here in town. But the Dignitaries Guest House is still a very famous place with a lot of history to it. And in fact, during the Cultural Revolution, a lady by the name of Jiang Qing, also known as the wife of Mao Zedong, lived there as well.
Really?
So there you go, Trevor, and a reminder that each day we answer your questions about life here in China. You can email us your questions to news@bonlive.com.